Enigma long on the NQ2.
Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Good morning, happy Friday. We are early in, early out today. We got 2 minutes till the U.S. opening bell. There's an Enigma call on the bottom.
White House's Brainard says we
Speed
work
of
to bring
NQ
the costs down
159.
going.
Speed of NQ 159.
Don't forget, trading is risky. We're going to be sitting on our hands for the first 5 minutes of the open. I'll say we. I did say me. But if you guys want to learn how I do what we do, stay tuned. We got 5 trades up here at the top right-hand corner of the screen. For you to follow along right there. There's our 5 lives in our video game we call Playing the Markets. And we've got a cheat called ALGOBox. Let's go.
New bar on the wave.
Speed of NQ 93.
So we're looking now to the market on open imbalance, 100 million to the sell side.
Enigma long on the NQ2. Enigma short on the NQ2. Enigma short on the NQ2. Enigma
Welcome
long
aboard,
on the
everyone.
NQ2.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely
Speed of
love
NQ
it?
197.
Michael Oathroom.
Enigma short on the NQ2. Enigma long on the NQ2.
Seeing that shares of Alphabet rising 12% and $2 billion in market value following its earnings print last night. And Microsoft as well adding
Divergence of
3.5%
NQ on the
year,
9.
That's their biggest gain so far since October.
Alrighty then, we are 1 minute past the open here. Got a few minutes to sit on hands watching this develop so far. Don't forget, top left-hand corner of the screen is the direction filter. The one on the screen here is frozen, but if you want the one that is moving, head on over here to our Discord channel chat, and you'll have the live feed. As of right now, if you are in the MacVU filter room, if you don't know how to get there, basically in our free Discord trade room on the left-hand side, there's the MacVU filter. In relation to that, the public room is just above that by 3 spaces. I think up with my little drawing tool there. Oops, and up with the label. Okay, try that again. There we go. So there's pub chat where all of our members are in there chatting it up, having conversations, etc. Then MacVU filter is 2 menus down from that,
Divergence
where you'll
of
get the live
NQ on
feed.
the
So
9.
as of right now, strong to the sell side and has been overnight on the left. So my defaults here this morning, first going to be to the short side. Now that can change swiftly between 940 and 950.
Enigma long on the NQ2.
940 to 950 reversal time there. We'll look for a trap. There is a moonshot. I'm going to go ahead and take that as my first play. Moonshot right there. I'm going to close it here. I'm hearing sellers come in.
Speed of NQ 258.
So first play there as a loss, and came out, stopped out just to the tick there. Could have re-entered in on that, but again, it's 9:33. Bad timing there on my very
Enigma long
first
on the
play.
NQ2.
Should have been patient and waited
NQ
for that
on
2
the 9.
minutes. And where are we? We are in the diddle, right? So we'll talk more about that as we go here this morning. But first trade for me as a loss off of that moonshot. Should have been a winner, but
on the 9.
came out. Remember,
Enigma
stop
long on the
goes
9.
behind the Enigma, and that's exactly what happened there. Just by a few ticks, and then we got the launch up. 2 Enigmas following, and me talking here. I've missed my opportunities to try to swing back at it, but it's okay. We got a couple minutes till 9:35. I usually like to let the first 5 minutes settle in. Hopefully some of you guys got that better than I did. Smash that like button here real quick to keep your hands off the keys for 1 more minute. It is 9:34.
Speed of NQ
Enigmas,
147.
All the way up.
Enigma long on the NQ2.
Another one. Trying to hold myself from pressing the button. We are outside of the diddle zone now, so very good plays here.
Divergence down
But,
NQ on the 9.
Trying to hold in here for about 45 more seconds. Chris, you finally figured out how to come to a live stream. Welcome aboard. Happy Friday. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Speed at 344. Super fast. Psychology module telling me, hey, this is dangerous. With the do not trade for the psychology
Enigma
module.
long on the NQ2.
1 day of data today. Yes, I did set that yesterday on my chart.
304.
Yes.
Enigma short on the NQ4.
1 day of data there. All right, there we go. 9:35. And I'm going to take another stab here at the moonshot. And just at the wrong time there. Add in on my cipher. See if she's going to help me out there.
Target filled.
DCDM NQ on the 2.
Target filled.
Just missed my targets there by a hair.
NQ 240.
There we go. And close it up there. Close one. So that started there with the moonshot. Still kicking myself for not being able to get that one on a secondary earlier, but it's in that time period. Want to sit there for that first few minutes? MACV has shifted to moderate buy multiple times. Amog, thank you for that. Throwing down a $4 coffee donation. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you for the coffee. Have it in hand. All right, 2 trades in out of our 5.
Speed of NQ 274.
Early in, early out on a Friday. We'll be done by 10:10 a.m. on a Friday. We're in the middle. Want to wait till it pops outside for my best plays or scalping internals. There's I saw the DCDM there. If you saw the DCDM and you got a hand free there, type in DCDM there in the chat, straight to target. Okay, we got an Enigma short here and a moonshot. I'm going to give that a stab.
Target filled.
There we go. Target's filled. Another moonshot for the Vinny. Chalk it up. Over 1K on the day so far. Times 20 accounts like Trades by Matt. Those 20 virtual accounts on my trade cop here, of course. I am up 20.
Speed of NQ 100.
What is that? $22,000. $22,000 here this morning. Let's update.
Enigma long on the NQ4.
There we go.
Enigma short on the NQ2.
All right, another Enigma.
New
This
bar.
one would be for We got our 5th trade here. I'll go ahead and use that one as my trade number 4 here.
Target.
Actually, trade number 5. Trade number 5 for a PRZ HMD with the Enigma for 1,849. Alexa, what is 1,850 times 20?
Speed of NQ 176.
$37,000 on my 20 account trade copier. There this morning. 5 trades. Number 5. Wasn't perfect, but it was profitable. You do not have to be perfect to be profitable. Unlike the liars on Twitter who claim that you need to be and that it's all about your personal status and your personal hygiene. Did you do your stretches this morning? Did you do your 5-step routine when you woke up this morning? What? I got 4 kids. 2 elderly parents are taken care of. What are you talking about? There's no such thing as routine. Do what you gotta do. Come in here, play the game. Well, I'm gonna make it way more complicated than that so you guys feel like you need me.
Speed of
I
NQ
parted my hair to the right and wore my lucky
167.
socks this morning.
Just trust me, guys. My name's ICT, you know? Just trust me, bro. Use my just trust me, bro trading strategy. Just trust me, bro. Just trust me. I'm the best. Just trust me. I am the Enigma. Trust me.
New bar on the
Just
wave.
trust me, bro. I could teach my kids to trade, but no, just trust me. I'm making them work at Starbucks and Chipotle because well, it helps them with their trading. Trust me. Just trust me, bro.
Okay, Mikey. Meanwhile, trading micros in the Robins and still blowing his account. Oof. Mikey, you can't trade, bro. Get over it.
Speed
Yeah,
of
look at that
NQ
shark.
69 and 27.
CRZ cross,
Speed of
call on the top
69
there.
200
And look at the
27.
12.8. See it? That's the 12.8 on the higher time frame right there. At that higher time frame, let's pull this up here so we can report as well.
Enigma short on the NQ2. Enigma short on the NQ4.
First couple of trades.
Divergence up NQ on the 9.
All right, looking for a bonus trade. We got 20 minutes for an absolutely perfect trade for the bonus.
Speed of NQ 183.
Guy J, it's because you're late, bro. You're late for our date. According to Twitter, you're going to lose money today because you couldn't keep a schedule. You didn't do your 15 yoga poses this morning, did you? Okay. We've got the timing bars widening. Here comes King timing right here. Touching into multiple lines here, looking for the cave touch below. Let's see if we're going to get there.
So seeing from a report
There's the king.
Axios via Twitter here on Israel. Apparently Israel made it clear to Egypt in talks with the Egyptian intelligence delegation.
Speed of
That
NQ 149.
Israel is willing to give one
We are
last chance
in the
to
diddle,
reach a
so I'm
hostage
not going
deal.
to take it. Bonus
There is no
trade.
progress
Gotta be
will go
perfect.
to Rafah. Again, this is according to an Israeli senior official being cited by a news source on Twitter.
Okay, that 89 bar is sitting right in the golden ropes up
Fib.NQ
top.
on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 9. Fib.NQ on the 9.
All right, trying to lay out that speed. That is 150
Speed of NQ
speed
192 on the
in
9.
the middle of the diddle. Do not fiddle. Fiddle. There's the 2 crosses, so that could initiate right there. 2 crosses on a king timing. Let's see if we get a reaction. To the buy side, you hear it. 10.8. Let's see if that 10.8 ends up being a continuation. A touch of that up. Are we outside the diddle yet? Close, very close to being outside. Got my finger over the buy. There it is, there's the break. Take it for my bonus.
Speed of NQ 148. Speed of NQ 148.
Yeah, that speed's like, yeah, this could be the fake out breakout there, bro.
Tar
Get up there, get it to me.
target.
All targets filled. Target 1, target 2 off of the 10.8 continuation play with audio box after king timing out of the accumulation zone. Gave me enough for the upside. The other thing that really made me go ahead and pull that trigger was, look,
According to
perfection.
S&P 500
MACV Ultimate. Where have we been sitting? Strong buy, strong buy, strong buy. We were here at moderate, and then we moved back up to strong buy again. It's my friend for the bonus, up $2,500 plus my 20 trade copy accounts, of course, like Trades by Matt times 20. Alexa, what's 2,500 times 20?
Fib.NQ on the 9. Speed of
50K.
NQ 172.
Beautiful. All right, I told you guys early in, early out on a Friday before 10 a.m. 9:46. 5 trades plus a bonus, and that's how we play the game. All right, so I'm going to open it up for questions, but first, of course, we've had no celebration. We need excessive acceleration. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Here comes the money, 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 money. What you say? Oh, that you only meant well.
Smoke weed every day. Smoke weed every day. Yeah, boy. You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle. It's like I'm paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like it's got that like you, 'cause you got that something that I need. You can't touch this.
Dear ICT, you and your boys, please go get me a coffee, Starbucks master. Oh,
Touch this.
yeah. Then have one of your ICT stooges deliver it to me on Uber, please.
Makes me say,
Oh my lord. Alrighty then. If you had questions, pop them there in the chat. We'll hang out here till 10 a.m. We got
153.
12 minutes. How to use the speedometer? Great question. So the speedometer in general, let me first open up the settings for that. So I'm going to right click on the NinjaTrader chart, and in the NinjaTrader indicators location is where our algorithmic code sits. So inside of the list of indicators of NinjaTrader themselves, our suite of tools will be listed in there under AlgoBox _ for each of our items if you are new with us. these are the options that are available up top. There is a square here, Control key. So there's that square, and then down below is the configured section. So for the configured, this is what is currently running on the chart. So we've got quite a few algorithms running on my default chart here on my selection for the YouTube live stream. Again, this is not necessarily the one that you have as you open yours. So if you want to set your settings like mine, you can get my live stream layout. I have the file. It is right here, and I have included this inside of Discord in the shared community workspaces. This is a workspace. You basically download that XML, put it into your workspaces folder, and then it will be available inside of your NinjaTrader platform under workspaces. And there's a video on that. It's actually video number 2 in the premium member section on working with workspaces and all your layouts. And of course, each person could be different and unique depending on your layout for your PC. I've got one gigantic 4K screen in the center, a 4K off on the left, and a 4K on the right on a stand-up desk. So how you have yours configured, you can move your charts around how you want. So into the settings of the speedometer, let's start there so that you understand the high-low settings for what's triggering the colors and things for the psychology module of the speedometer. So in the speedometer, right here,
10 minutes time
in the listing, these are configured. So
the release of the University of Michigan Sentiment Final for the month of April.
Okay, it sounds like there is news coming out here in 10 minutes at 10 a.m. So be careful there. 2 minutes before, 3 minutes after at the 10 a.m. news coming out.
5-year inflation at 3% forecast on the prior 3% as well. Expectations forecast at 77.1 on the prior.
Quiet, bro. Quiet. Talking too much. Okay. So I have an alert value for me currently set at 50. Now, eventually you can set this where you want. You will find a speed that you, air quotes here, like. Okay, my favorite is starting right at around 50. 50 BPM, that's bars per minute, based on our ALGO bars on whatever time frame that you're currently on. Again, this mostly I'm looking for my entry points. On the entry charts, this is where the real edge exists because we've got the edge down in the lowest time frames. That's where we're catching traders off sides. That's where we're catching the algorithms kicking in. We can see them coming into the tape, and a lot of our interpretations out of AlgoBox are from RTOFA, real-time order flow analysis. So if you're wondering, hey, I've been hearing a lot of AlgoBox traders talk about RTOFA. RTOFA is real-time order flow analysis. So the alert value is set to 50 here. You can change that to what you want. If you find a speed that you like, maybe you like 75, like 75 miles per hour on the freeway, 75 BPM, you can set the alert value, and it's just an audio alert cue. You don't have to have it if you don't want. Now, by default, you guys know that our system will optimize for our settings internally every 4 minutes. I happen to just match that same thing. I have a whole reason and slew around why I use 4 minutes. It has to do with other traders being at the 5 minute and the 1 minute, being in between, being before they strike by a minute, etc., etc. A lot of reasons why I've got it set to a 4 minute interval. But again, choose how you want to do it based on the average. If you want the average over the last 1 minute, you want the average over the last X period of time, you can play with this if you want. But if you're using the defaults out of the box, it's going to be 4 minutes. Now, these 3 right here, defaults for the psychology module. Here, this is background overlay and text. These are associated with the buttons right here. So those match up. You see the 3, 1, 2, 3. You have the 3 buttons B-O-T, and I know we put that in order to spell bot underneath there, but it is background, the B, O is the overlay, that's the blue cross, and then the text is the text down here at the bottom, which is on right now, but it will also say it to you, do not trade, down there at the bottom left. That's the text option. So those are the visuals. And if you set them here in this will be your default when you're throwing your computer on. Those will stay. Or if you press the buttons, it will stay from the last time that you pressed it. So for instance, if I closed out my workspace and I had all these on, the next time I launch, it will be there because people before we finished in and added that feature, people would set, hey, how come it's not keeping my settings? So we've got that in there now so that it will save for you. Now, here is the big key right here on the psychology, high value, low values right here. So if the market is going over 110 BPM on my lowest time frames, I want a high value to go, nope, psychologically, I don't want to be playing over 110 because I'm trying to basically have this tell me, hey, when is the absolute best for me? So I've got, now it doesn't stop me from trading. However, it will do the visuals on the chart for you. And I say which visuals, that's going to be whatever you have set out of the BOT. Right now, I currently have all three turned on. So it's like very visual to me going, hey, don't play with the chart right now. Over 110 or under 30. Under 30, super slow, like trying to drive down the freeway. Under 30, you know, unless you're in a school zone, you know, we're going to be driving a little bit faster than that. So those are the values there, and there's a lot of purposes in that. So I think one of the most difficult things for traders to know is when not to trade. You know, knowing when to trade, taking setups that you like and all that, that's the easy part. But knowing when not to. There are two primary keys for me right before you're about to press the button, and that is the speed of the market. Is the market moving at a good pace? That means that the algorithms are on the move and are controlling it, which is what we are trying to match ourselves up with. And then one of the other great pieces, just very simple and straightforward tools for you to use. At the same time, the complexity is in the tool set, easy for the player to play, is simply don't play in that middle zone. When the histogram is sitting in this zone, just you're going to have to take more heat on your plays. So, you know, you could just avoid them. Best plays are going to be right here. You could literally count your trades by the numbers of little pop out hills on either side of that. So you should be able to count how many trades you have from the start of your day right here, how many trades you should have. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right about there. That should be the perfect ideal. 5 plays. Now my bonus coming here, that's 6, and there's 7. So as long as there's not too many missed opportunities, you can visually see in our system where your trades should have been as well. Make sense? Great question there. Any other questions around that speedometer? But that's how you control those settings. And again, the current speed itself is right here. There's your odometer running on your speedometer. There's the average. And then there's the current, like right now where we currently are, 8. And the current is what matters when we are talking about the psychology module itself, where you have that set. And the average, this is just telling you over the last 4 minutes, you can see it's been pretty high. Okay, so you're gonna have to be Johnny on the spot, all right? 179 over the last 4 minutes. So it just gives you a gauge of how active the market is at that time. It's just a quantitative way to look at that, to prepare yourself. And the more you practice with that in market replay, the better you're gonna get. Make sense? All right, so great question. Let me see, what was the next one? Oh, you also asked with that how to adjust for different instruments.
Speed of NQ 120.
So starting at the, we have a instrument list in our room. Can somebody remind me what's the command in our room, Curtis or Eddie, for instrument list? Exclamation mark. List. Gears, that's the one. Thank you, Eddie. Exclamation mark gears. So shifting gears. I like to think of it in terms of your gear shifting. So the fastest gear is going to be Nasdaq NQ. And here's our list there. Eddie typed that in there for us in the chat. So if you type exclamation mark gears, you'll see it kick out the list. So starting at the top of the list, there's NQ. That's the fastest. YM, RTY, CL, GS, ES. So right here, you can start to gauge this on your speedometer. Now, at the same time, I really believe you should become agnostic
Speed of NQ
to
90.
the instrument. It doesn't matter what instrument, as long as you know what the current speed is. You learn to play on speed. For instance, if your best speed is between 50 and 75, like mine, I just want to get really good at playing the markets at this speed. So when the market, I don't care which one of these is running at 50, I want to play it. So that's another way to use that if you've got multiple instruments. Now, again, when I'm coming out here on live streams, I'm trying to simplify this whole thing for you. When I'm playing on my own, I like to have all 4 instruments on my screen all at the same time. correlated instruments. I like to trade NQ, YM, RTY, and ES. I have a layout that has those 4 on my charts all the time. If I'm going to trade crude or gold, I have those in their own workspace separately, and those are rocking at $10 a tick. So I kind of play these 2 guys on their own in their own workspaces if I'm going to be playing those. For instance, on a Wednesday, we have crude oil inventory timers, great day to play in that area, and that also usually affects the price of gold. So those 2 in combination might be really good to play on a Wednesday, for instance, and you're getting paid double for your trouble, right? Because you're getting $10 a tick instead of $5 a tick for those 2 instruments. Okay, so now with reward also comes risk, so you're also doubling the risk there. So you want to be playing with, you know, an account size that's not in the bottom. So yes, adjusting for that. There's a lot that goes into that, and I talk extensively about that in our training. I hope I covered a decent amount of that here with the live stream chat around that, how I approach. And again, I'm never telling you guys what to do. I'm simply telling you guys how I things. Make sense? Okay, so thoroughly covered that question. It was a good one. He was asked it all in that question. You love the stream. Thanks, Diego. What trade copier do you use? So, trade copiers, Replicanto, as of right now, is number 1 from what I have heard over many. However, we are developing our own. So, our trade copier hopefully comes out in our next version. So, yeah, you'll have one. But, there you go.
Enigma long on the NQ2.
See, scrolling down. Question. So if a red AO 10.4 appears, I should be looking at indicators such as MACV and audio boxes, continuation to the upside or down, right, regardless of the color. Yes. Yes. So there are other factors. Yes. You've got the favorable direction. You've got the MACVU filter for the direction. Those are primaries. The color, if you're going to go with the color, then it's going to be a scalp. And don't forget, I have talked extensively around how around the 10-11 often is a continuation indicator, not necessarily a full reversal of a new direction. A new direction is going to come at a significant number, and that is relative to the tuning. So if you want to know where the tuning is, first of all, let's acknowledge that, I mean, Enigma is the bomb.com. Literally calling highs and lows as well. Great plays there. Even starting off in the morning, beautiful things. However, on the Alpha Omegas, make sure you go through the Alpha Omega tuning video. Okay, here's just an example. Happens to show up right here. There's a 10, right? So which direction were we going? We were going this way. So what does a 10 tell me? My default, if I see a 10, is a continuation. So I'm coming down this way. I see one of those. I'm expecting some continuation. Yes, there she goes. Boom, boom. I got a two-legged move, almost identical in length. From there to there, there to there. Enigma shows up and says, let's go. All right. Enigma shows up here, says, hey, let's stop that move. Hey, let's come back down. Beautiful stuff. Look at it. Look at it. Beautimous. So the Alpha Omega, make sure you go to the Alpha Omega tuning video. So if you go into our room, I believe the command is !AO tuning. Somebody correct me on that if that's not the case. But anytime you're looking for any videos for us, here's what I suggest. A lot of people don't know that this feature exists, but if you come over here into our AlgoBox official channel and you use this little search icon here to search on a channel. So most of the time people come into YouTube and they search up here, and that's fine. You're going to search all of YouTube. But if you're going to search our content, that's what that's for right there. So a little pro tip on how to search YouTube. So go to AlgoBox official and go into that search and type in what you're looking for. So I'm just going to type in tuning here because I'm looking for the Alpha Omega tuning. Like, oh, I heard Vinny talk about Alpha Omega tuning. So that is going to be that icon right there. How to fine tune your Alpha Omega cross settings. This, you need to go watch this. You really need to watch this. So it's going to talk to you about the difference in continuations and reversals. Alpha Omega is the beginning and the end, And the beginning of a move oftentimes starts with a certain size of the alpha omega cross. So I go back, I look to the left in my session and go, what was the most significant pivot within the last X period of time? Let's go and do an example right now. The biggest pivot turn that happened here that showed up on the chart right now is a 12.8. So if I want to look for another major shift point, I'm going to be looking for a 12 or greater before it's a shift point. Simple as that. As of this morning, 12.8. Now, this could change later on in the day as the market shifts its personality, which is kind of its point, right? So inside of the alpha omegas right now, I want to look for a 12. Now, if I look to the left, let's see if I have another significant pivot. Remember, that was the morning session. It's all overnight, and there were literally none. Okay, so I don't see any overnight. So the significant number right now on the boards, according to our tuning method, is going to be 12. Simple. There's a nice moonshot. Made it up to the open there for 40 ticks to the upside for the moonshot. Come on, you gotta love that. If you don't know what a moonshot is, type a 2 in the chat there. You love the moonshot. Type out moonshot there in the chat.
Speed of NQ
Beautiful play there up to the open for another 40 ticks to the long side. Now, a significant value for us will also, according to our default settings out of the box, if you have the alpha omegas just set up on their own, let's go through the settings on that, and you'll see how you can actually control the colors, meaning that a pink or a blue is going to be more significant and is something that I want to alert for, and oftentimes I will take at least a scalp against the direction if I get a level color that is greater than, specifically right now we have it set to 18, and 18 so many times I see an 18 level come in and 18 shifts the market and pushes, oftentimes 20, sometimes that is the full end of the move over that value. So I have that set in my indicators. Oh, it did just lock up on me when I tried to open indicator. Second. Not gonna do. All right, well, it is Friday and I do have stuff to do here. It is 4 minutes till 10:10. My end. Bam, I'm out with them there here at 10:30. We'll catch up with some more on that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the live stream. $51,000 today. That's a beauty. And I'm a beast. Thanks for hanging out. For me, Pippi, Robbie, Lunchbot, Mod Squad, Curtis G, and Eddie B. I am sitting out of the Big H-Town. See ya. Art team, let's show them some cool stuff.
The old adage where, you know, the individual investor doesn't have a chance because the institutional investor has better technology, better information, and, you know, more money and better opportunity, I don't think it's real anymore. I think the edge is on the individual investor because they're small, they're nimble, they can trade, they can use that, they have best front-end technology.
Don't waste your time. Leave the technical analysis to us. You just play the game.